I'm just gonna show you my reincarnation into my tank builds. I've been tinkering around with a few builds now, and I thought I'd share this one. It's a robot artificer fighter wizard split. I leveled up to 30 with a Inquisitor build, and at 30 I'm just gonna ETR to level 20 into the tank build and then do some tanking in the epic levels. I've got some sagas prepped, so I can get through the first lives or the first levels pretty fast. So I've made this little notepad overview. Let me check if you guys are seeing this. No. There we go. Notepad. So this overview, and it's gonna be a tank build. 15 artificer, 4 fighter, 1 wizard. Main stats, ability stats are going to be Constitution and Charisma. Charisma is mainly to get the Intimidate as high as possible. And I think I'm going to get my dump stat as Intelligence so I can get my skill points. With those skill points I'm going to invest in Intimidate, obviously. Repair, because artificers get some nice repair spells. Heal, because we get the cure potions you can throw. Then search, and if there are points enough, I'm not sure, I will get the search and disable and open lock. And search will be the main focus here, and if there's enough to max out disable, I will get that too. Then for feats, I haven't planned this really at a per level base, but I figured I got the 7 normal feats I get from leveling itself. Then 15 artificer will get you 3 artificer feats. 4 fighter levels will get you 3 fighter feats, and the 1 wizard level will get you the 1 wizard's bonus feat. So it's all tanking related, and I didn't get any tactical DCs or cleaves, because cleaves will come from the trees itself, the ability trees. So we've got toughness, completionists, force personality, because we're gonna invest in charisma and want to keep those saves pretty high. I know 4 paladins levels would do a lot more, but that will probably be my next life as a test build for a tank. Insightful reflexes, as we are gonna invest in intelligence and not directly into dexterity. Improved shield bash, because we're gonna be blocking with a shield a lot, so we're gonna end up bashing a lot of mobs and bosses. Then I have open slots that I don't know what to do with, and as a high intimidate, my last build had an intimidate of 145 easily. So skill focus in intimidate is a good thing to have if you don't know what to do with that slot. If you have a better idea, just go ahead and put something else in. And the improved shield mastery, we will get that at level 18. The normal shield mastery will be at the first fighter level, somewhere in between. Shield deflection to get some more defenses, and combat expertise for the extra 20 PRR from the twist. Then we've got a quicken for the Wizzy bonus feat, and the quicken is gonna make sure all the heal spells are gonna go off pretty easily. And the 3 Artis are Adamantine Body, because we want full PRR from heavy armors. Wearing a docent. The Bastard Sword. I like the Bastard Sword. It counts for glancing blows, so if you're tanking large groups, everybody gets tagged a bit with the aggro. And with the new latest additions to the trees, the hate build up and the aggro you are building up with smaller have been increased a lot, like 450%. And I think that stacks with intimidate and stuff like that, and your gear with the insight, so that's nice. And improved crits slash, because the Arti feats don't give a lot more than that. So that's a small overview. Now I'm just gonna go into DDO. There we go. And reincarnate the sucker. Let's see. I'm just gonna follow the path I already took. I'm not gonna take too long gearing out this character, so we're gonna full up the con over here. Then the charisma is probably the most important, and 12 intellect, that's what we're gonna do. Not a lot more, because this is an Arti level, we get a nice pool of points. Concentration we don't need because I've got the quicken, repair I wanted, search I wanted if it was possible, and I forgot one of the most important things, and that's use magic device. So I'm just gonna add that to my roster in my little notepads over here. There we go. This means that I probably won't have enough to do the disable device or the open lock, so we're gonna drop that. What I like to do also is get at least 4 tumble, so you can move and tumble away from things. And we've got the intimidate, we're gonna start that up. And we've got heal, but heal is gonna be a bit hard to get up there. So search is the last one I'm gonna invest in this case. Now we've got the first level, and that would be toughness. As a tank, it's very important because I'm epic TRing. There are not all spells are here because I already got a few. Master's Touch, if I wanna ever use a weapon I can't officially use. Oh, well, resistance, resist energy, why not? Randomize, I like dark things, especially as a tank. Lean and mean and dark and angry. There's no real dark here. I like the things with the jaggedy edges. Kinda gives a bit of a no touchy. Do not touch me, I'm pointy. There we go. I like these eyes the best. That nose is a bit ugly. Ooh, very death-like. Let's go with this. Skin color. It could be red. That's weird, right? Because this is no skin. This is armor. Okay, let's do this. Done. I'm just checking a thing. There we go. Oh, it isn't too bad, I suppose. Oh, that's my other character. Not bad for a robot. So we're jumping in. I'm gonna level this up to 20. Spend the ability points, and we'll see what we'll get. Loading times are really slowing down the last week, probably since the hardcore server went up. Probably the servers are a bit busy with making all the characters because everybody is dying, although people are getting to level 20 at the moment, so that's quite an accomplishment. I think they're just playing elite, but if you run around on the hardcore server, you get reminded of how hard the game is when you just start out. So it's a great opportunity for new players to get to know the game and be on the same par with the other players and not lagging behind like 20 or 30 lives. So that's nice. Also, if they are gonna group up all the players of all the servers on the hardcore server, it's a good way to meet new players, have some fun. Almost there. There we are. So first thing I'm gonna do is get my interface back up the way I like it. And I don't know if you noticed, but if you type /UI, then a layout, and a load, and then the name of how you saved it, it will automatically load in and everything will be on the right spots. If you want to save your current layout, instead of loads you just type save and then space and then the name of the file you want to save. I usually just use a number like 1 because I only have one layout, it doesn't change. Server is very slow, so it takes a while for the live shaper to appear. So here we go. My next was a artificer. So what I want to do is I want to get this one up. Once I get to my fighter level, this will open up to go full. So I'm gonna invest to make up for the lost points. Search, repair. Now I am looking for the rest. Where's my tumble? Here's tumble. I think I have +7 tomes on this character, so the intelligence will go up. So 5 won't be the. Will go up with, well, if I'm not mistaken, 4 points. So at the end I will be spending 9 points, which means I have some stuff to get extra. Let's just make this one available, just in case. Get another spell I can choose. There we go. First level as an artificer. I will open up my character sheet so we can keep track of at what stage we are. If the server responds, there we go. Next level. This one's important, this one's important, that one's important, Intimidate is important, so I want to get Tumble to 4. Let's open up this one. Just to make the skill available, you never know if you encounter a low DC lock, and you got the gear is always improving, so one day we'll just have +30 open lock with an insight bonus of 20 and some other things, and you can get your open lock up to 100 without even investing in it. So the gear will overpower the build, which is the case a lot these days and becomes more of a problem. So completionist for the third life level, of course. There we go, getting some extra. Let's get some weapon stuff. I'm not sure of all the spells artificers get because I don't play artificers ever. So I figure I can just learn them if I really need a specific spell. I'm just gonna get what feels right. There we go. Constitution. All day long. Search, repair. Those two I'm gonna skip. And Intimidate. It leaves me with 1 point. I said I was gonna get heal, but I'm gonna skip that one for now. Search I have. So I think Disable Device will be better than Open Lock. Usually the Open Lock DCs aren't that high, so it's easier to get it going. So this is the first Artificer feat, and that was gonna be Adamantine Body. Should be here. There we go. And the docent you equip provide armor equivalents to full plate. This is treated as metallic heavy armor. Your damage reduction. You have damage reduction 2 times adamant time and 35 arcane spell failure. Well, I'm not too concerned about spell failure. Gonna get another spell here. Insightful strikes. This spell's insightful damage, but use of enchant a weapon to prevent the use of equipped intelligence that's cool. So I can use my intelligence modifier instead of my strength or whatever it is the case with the weapon you're wielding. Could be useful. Who knows? I don't know how high my intelligence will be eventually. Probably not the highest in the world. But I'm expecting to end up like with around 100 constitution and around 65 charisma. So the intelligence could be around 62. Server lag again. Grabbing the next life. Level. Doing it again. Sure, oh, there we go. There it is. And apparently this is gonna be my first fighter level, because I can invest in Intimidate now. So I'm just gonna fill that out, because it's the most important skill to get. And I get my first fighter feat, which should be Shield Mastery, according to my notepad. There we go. So now we've got the fighter skills unlocked, so I can invest in probably heal easily and of course Intimidate. I'm just gonna put a full point in there. To even it out, and I want to not let the Intimidate lag further behind. Let's see, Tumble 4, so that's done. Now we're at level 6, so we've got the normal feats, which should be Force of Personality. To get my charisma modifier as will saves instead of my wisdom, because I'm not gonna invest in wisdom at all. These are very interesting, but they can only be cast upon another, not yourself, which I had to learn the hard way, my previous life. There we go, level 6. So, Intimidate, use magic device. There's also a maximum use magic device you're gonna need, because it's pretty much only for scroll casting, like rezzing and certain spells. So, if you are gonna calculate every last single point, you're probably gonna find out you can put some points somewhere else. Shield Faith, personal insightful damage, adamantine weapons. Useful. If you don't have adamantine weapons as a feat or on your weapon at all, and people are freezing all the mobs with legendary green steel, and it's useful to just put it in there. Look at that. It's getting up there. My disable device. Don't forget repair. And let's get Stone Skin. That seems like a buff a tank could use. As you notice, I'm just winging it because I don't want to use any prepped builds that are already used by everyone. Just because I want to experience and find out myself so I can tinker around and maybe find some new stuff I can use in a tank build and not be the build of the month cookie cutter tank, which this actually already is with the level split that's used by a lot of people. This is level 8, which is weird. Oh, level 9, yes. Level 9. Insightful reflexes for the normal one, and exotic weapon bastard sword for the class feat. I'm not sure if this is... We're gonna have to check this out. Yeah, this is the artificer, so insightful reflexes, so we don't have to invest in dexterity anymore. There it is. Another thing to invest in intelligence with these kinds of build is that it has to be 13 to get the combat expertise, but usually that isn't a problem if you get tomes. But if you're a first lifer with no tomes or something like that, then you have to take note of that you will reach 13 intelligence for the combat master. Now the combat expertise. Where are they? Skill focus. Skill focuses. I'm not seeing the one I wanted. That's not a good thing. Weapon focus, sure. I want my proficiency. And there's an improved damage reduction here too. There's just one adamantine, that's not a lot. And it doesn't scale with anything, so it won't work. I'm a bit worried. This might be my second fighter level then. My second fighter level should be shield deflection. But... I'm a bit lost where shield deflection is. And why there isn't a exotic weapon. Bastard sword. Don't have the proficiency, right? Is it on the martial proficiencies? Right here. Exotic. No, there is no bastard sword in here. A lot of other stuff. Alright. I'm just gonna cancel this one and see. Cancel. What is she telling me? What did you do next? I made my own choices. And then it just opens. But I can't remember what I got, so that's a bit of a doozy. Let's get the search up, and that one I will do repair the next one. Insightful reflexes, sure thing. Let's just get combat expertise now, because we're gonna need it anyway. And see what we can get at a later point. Lightning bolt, curative, remove, blast rods, not interesting. It's the small one. Guess it's gonna be protection from energy. There we go. So we have 7 artificer and 1 fighter. Yeah. I think there should be another fighter level coming up soon. Of course I can just see at the skills which class it is. There we go. And disable. Nice. Cold weapons. And there's the thundering armor. I don't know if anybody uses this. What is this? The attacker takes it and has a 5% to take an additional 8 to 48 sonic damage. Well, that's useful if you get hit a lot. Cold iron weapons is useful too, but you can only have one of the enchantments for weapons, which is going to be deadly eventually. So, there we go. Grabbing the thundering armor, which probably has a nice little effect to it too. Intimidates. Look, this is a fighter life level again, because it's only one investment in intimidate. Maxed out intimidate. Search is gonna be double. So where do I want it? I want it in use magic device. There's my improved shield mastery, and I'm gonna do shield deflection for this life. Let's see, there's the proficiency bastard swords, but this is the fighter, so that's good. There we go. Which is weird because the proficiency for bastard swords also is in the Arti bonus feats, but I don't think there's a prerequisite for it. But there might. Intimidate, please. So let's see where we at. Search and disable are the same. Repair. I think this is going great. Level 9, level 12. Level 12 will be improved shield bash. Shouldn't be a problem. Should be something around here. Improved. Critical slashing. Why can't I find it, and why isn't it in the list? I think I'm missing something. Combat styles, improved shield mastery. Gonna get that later at 18. Defensive feats. Ability to resist spring attack toughness. I already have one toughness. Proficiency bastard sword. So that's cool. That's one we're gonna need. Improved shield bash. Where is it? Cleave, hamstring. There it is. Cool. You are probably all shouting at me that I scrolled right past it right there, but that's the thing. There we go. Another Arti level. I'm not gonna invest in this one too much. I want to get Surge. The repair is nice, but probably someone is gonna heal you anyway. So if you're missing 1 or 2 points there, it doesn't really matter because it's 1 or 2 points of healing you're missing. If you can't make your disable device DCs, it's a lot worse. Globe of invulnerability. Sounds like something a tank would use. Ta-dum-dum. Next. So, you live and you learn, folks. Well, you live and you make decisions. Look, there's the proficiency bastard sword, which wasn't there before. It requires 13 strength, and the tome kicked in. There we go. That was the problem. Well, there's your problem. Confusion. Bastard swords, because I'm gonna use them. Remove curse is something I already have. Prismatic strike. Silver weapons for the vampire you encounter once in a while. Planar weapons. Gain ability by first element and basic damage reduction. Planar or silver? Planar or silver? Silver is easy to get. Planar. Alignment based damage reductions. I'd rather have that one, that's more niche. Silver weapons are, I think, all the stuff from Ravenloft has a silver damage reduction breaker, so there's that. So this is another fighter level, so let's get the important stuff, which is search at the moment, disable device. And let's put one in repair. Magic device of 17 with the charisma I'm gonna get should be enough. What level is this? 15. Level 15. Skill focus intimidate, because I don't know what else to get. I probably could take improved shield mastery now and see what pops up at level 18. You never know. There we go, another con. It's gonna be fun to be a tank which can disable traps and do some healing. Let's get some more open lock points there. If I ever gonna get some legendary green steel stuff, I probably can get some items that really boost up the open lock and disable device stuff, which makes a low level open lock skill worth it. And I can always use a bell if I really need to open something. Another fighter level. Get my search up and put it last points. I don't want to have any half points. And as I didn't prepare this build on in a build program, I'm not gonna risk that I'm gonna be stuck with half a point. So the third combat expertise we already took, so this is my open slots now, because I took combat expertise earlier. Shield deflection and shield mastery we already took. Improved crit slash could be one, but that's gonna be my last Arti. So what else? What else? Stunning blow isn't gonna work much. Can get dodge. Tanks need dodge too, but if you're gonna use a tower shield, your max dodge will be very low, like 11. So the gear will figure that out. Because low level fighter, I only have 4 levels of fighter. These are very low. You want to have the ones that you get after 12 levels of fighter. Those are worth the feats. Improved trip, but I don't invest in the DCs that much, and I'd rather have standing blow in that case because there are more modifiers for it. I'm a bit weirded out. Let's just double check. I have shield deflection, sure thing, as I should, and I should have shield mastery. I only filled in 2 feats. So this is also a free feats. This is a new one. Swords of Plowshares. I think it's quarterstaffs. Critical range. I'm gonna make a quarterstaff wolf build pretty soon, but I'll get into that in another video. Stunning blow. Let's take the stunning blow anyway, because it's nice to have it if it works. You can stun the odd champ and stuff like that. That's useful to do as a tank. Sorry about that little beep. Disable device, search, intimidate, most important one, and let's put another 4 in open lock. So I'm thinking this is level 18, which is also an open feat, so I can choose anything. I'm a bit worried of my hit modifier in the end, because strength will be my main thing. I didn't invest in it in any way, and I didn't take the belly levels, so I don't have the Divine Might going. Improved trip, could use that. Improved critical slashing I will get from my last Artificer? I think so. We'll see. It doesn't matter if I don't have it. Yeah, let's take the past life. Heroic past lives. There's a fighter past life in here. This one. And we'll get +2 to my intimidate skill and +1 to the maximum dexterity bonus. Ah, that's the difference. I was planning to take skill focus intimidate, which gets you +5, but this gives +2, but it also gives you +4 to hit, which is also nice. So it's a bit of a balance game. But the only thing I'm really gonna use is pretty much my intimidate to get mobs glued to me. There we go. So now I think we're gonna arrive at the wizard level, at level 19. And then close the deal with a last level of Artificer to get the most points everywhere. And there, and let's get search. And then the wizard feat is gonna be quicken for the spells, so you don't get interrupted. The main spells I took for the wizards are the expeditious retreat, because I want to be running around fast, and night shield for the magic missiles. So I already have those, so I can choose another one. Merfolk's Blessing. Does that give you a swing check? Yeah. Repair light damage, but I already have that one. Protection from evil. Let's do that. Oh, I can take a few. In that case, my DCs will be crap, so let's stick to buffs. Featherfall. On a bit of grease. And shields. And obscuring mist. How many can I take? Apparently that many. Let's do a little bit of a summon for flavor. Alright, cool. Now the last level is going to be an Artificer. More Constitution. And as you can see, it gives the opportunity to invest the most amount of points in anything you can use, without being half points and stuff like that. So you can max out the things you care about. You can put in anything you want, but if you want to tank, Intimidate is your most important one. And we come to the last thing. The last life I took, deadly weapons, so I can pass that out. And reconstruct I already took. Globe of Invulnerability, I already took that, right? Surround you excludes all spells effects of level 4 and lower. I think magic missiles will be among those, so that's nice. Nice to do, to have as a tank, but also to do for your party. And that's that. That's my 20 levels. So now let's get into this one, the ability points. So I'm just gonna unset every single one. Unset, Falconry, and the Vistani can all go away. Then we got the Renegade Master Maker. This one is gonna be T5. Then we need the Stalwart Defender, and can't say I don't need Vanguards. If you want to have Shield Bash, there's one in Vanguard, Stunning Shield, which is very effective. It also stuns, I will tell you, skeletons and stuff, which a Stunning Blow wouldn't work on. We can go Pale Master, but I don't need that. I think it's Harper Agent, so as this build has invested in Intimidate a bit, Intelligence, sorry. Known the angles could be useful. I don't know. Let's start with this one. I'm gonna take the Renegade Master Maker. It's pretty much the tanking tree of the Artificer. Elemental Body 2 PRR, 6 PRR. Curative Light Potions. I've got the spell and I'm gonna have a lot of spell points, so I'm not too worried about that. And there's a Sla right there. This one is a Kinetic Discharge, which is a cleave attack. I don't need the damage, but it's useful to tag all the mobs around you as a tank, so I'm just gonna put 1 point in there. We're gonna wanna have these bonuses also. I'm taking the Curative Potions. This one I'm probably gonna need. Constitution all day. Armor extras very much all the time. Let's get, this is the defense one, right? Physical resist. Saving throws. Who needs saving throws anyway? There we go. One less. What's this? 30 repair, amplification, hit points, while in medium armor, heavy armor, or elemental body. +6 maximum caster level. That's cool. More self-healing. This is reconstruct. It's a spell points thing, and that's pretty cool to have. That one I don't need, and this one I don't need. This one I do need. It's gonna give me my 6 Constitution and 15 MRR. But that's not gonna get me to T5, so I'm gonna take this one. Let's get it 2 times. I don't need that one. My force fields, I do have the spell already, so I can put a 20% force field around me. I'd rather have it automatically when I hit 50% of my health, because that's always a surprise when it happens, and it's automatic, so I don't have to worry about that. This one I'm gonna take because it's 20% of racial bonus to hit points, and it resolves my arcane spell failure. But the 20 racial bonus to hit points stacks with the Stalwart Defender stance, which will make it a lot of health. Repair wounds, yeah, not too worried about that one. So let's get into the Stalwart tree. This one is gonna be around defensive stuff too, so resist rating for the stance. I'm not too sure the Stalwart Defense Mastery stacks with Armor Mastery, but it probably should. Now this is gonna be saving throws and threat generation. We want that threat generation. And here we're gonna take the Constitution 3 times. More Constitution. There. More armor. And this is saving throws or threats. So I'm gonna get that threat. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna drop these because my decks will be crap anyway. And it isn't a lot of scaling in the build. And I'm gonna take a bit of more threat generation right here, and I'm gonna take the 20% or the 10%, 10%, which leads to 15 to 20%. There we go. Now, on my previous build that was a lot of fighter, I put some points in here to get the stunning shield, which is still worth it, but I also need to get these and get my healing done. Now I can choose the repair healing amplification, which is like 60 healing amplification, but I'd rather have a healer be able to heal me. So I'm taking that. This is, I think this is fortification, right? Oh, saving throws. I'm not gonna spend my stuff in there. Hit points, useful. Brute fighting. 75% more hate. 4 physical resistance. Not gonna bother. What's this? Saving throws. Ooh. Never knew this was there. 15. That's nice. 8 physical resistance. That's cool too. And what's above that? Is that even better? Full memories of war. Ah, you can just pick another one. Then we've got the weapon attachment, which gets you a bit of more damage. And this one is pretty cool for an action boost too. Equal to your repair skill, which we invested in a bit. Below half health you gain. Not too worried about that one. And I'm gonna drop that one too because I'm gonna get some stuff from here. Shield smash. It's nice to have some extras attack with shield because it has a different hit modifier. I think shield goes from constitution. But don't call on me to... I'm not too sure. I'm not too worried about my melee power. Shield's crit range, that's nice. Now look, we don't need that one. Fortification will be fine. I only have 6 points, so I'm getting to 18, and I can't take anything from here or here. So I can't get to stuff like shield charge, which is really cool. To get into groups faster than your inquisitive can shoot at them. Because keeping aggro is really about getting to the mobs before the rest does and intimidate them and hit them a bit so they are stuck to you. If an inquisitive is shooting directly at it, things will run past you and it will be hard to really intimidate anything, which is going to be a problem. So that's no fun. So let's invest here. We got 4. That's not going to be enough for there. So let's get more threat generation and more armor class from shields. 15 or armor. I'm gonna get a really big epic tower shield probably, like the mirror shield or the one from the from the raid. So that's about it, and this is my new tank build I'm gonna test. I'm just gonna wait for everything to kick in. Gets me on a base of 904. I'm just gonna grab this one and cast it. A whopping 20. Eat that, healers. So I'm out of here. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you got something out of this build. I will be posting a few videos later on some high Reaper runs, or maybe a raid or two. For now I'm gonna get me some gear and see if I can get to level 30. Also I'm just gonna be streaming my leveling up. So if you want to see if this works and how it works, just tune in the next time. Thanks for dropping by. See you all in game. Or on this channel, of course. Goodbye.